Hi, and welcome back. Today I'm doing a little grinder maintenance since I can't do any hand sanding with this darn thing. So I figure I'd try my hand at doing other things. I can hold a little bit. I just can't hammer and can't put much pressure on it. But I've drilled a couple of holes, but those in wood. I don't know what it's going to be like when I have to drill here in metal, but I'm going to try to at least do that left-handed. So my grinder, my platen, I had to make a platen. It didn't have one when I got it. It was just a belt and a very little bitty table, very little table, probably a 4x4 if it was that big a table. And it's a Sears 1x42. Jet makes one now that you can buy like that. I don't know if Sears or Craftsman's got anything like that anymore, but I had to make a platen for it, so I made it with this piece of angle iron here, and I ground it smooth, and made sure that the back of it and everything was on a 90 right here outside. You didn't care so much about the inside. And I drilled holes in it, slotted it so it would, so I could adjust it forward and back. And it's offset a little bit right there. So anyway, this bolts to the frame. This bolts to the frame here, and right here, and the platen here runs with the belt right there. Now this is a piece of ceramic bathroom tile. I got it, and I've got a tile cutter where I laid the tile for countertops in my house. So I had it. I invested in a tool, and I've used it. And so what this is just a piece of glazed bathroom tile, wall tile. It's just white. And so even if you use it a lot, it will do like glass and everything. It will eventually kind of cup out, and you'll have to replace it. Now I just glued this on with epoxy. You can break it off with a hammer and then file it smooth and get all the epoxy off of it, and do it again, and just put your clamps on it and hold it there. When the epoxy dries, there you go, Bob's your uncle. So what I'm doing here is between the platen and the tabletop, it's a little off. It's a little out of skew. The table's level, front, back, side to side, everywhere. The table's level. So the platen's not exactly level. So it's a little bit of it needs a little bit took off the inside of this. It's already had some, but it still needs a little bit more. I'm going to do that with a hand file so that I don't screw it up and run the risk, with the grinders it gouging and taking too much. So I know we got a welder, I can weld it back up, but I don't want to do that. I just want to keep it smooth. So anyway, and while I got that, I got the table. Got my table right here. And here's the back, and here's the pivot point on it, and it's got a stop that got on the machine to stop it at a little below 90, probably 85, something like that, in case I want to drop it. It won't drop no further than that because I don't want it to. I want it to stop and stay there. And instead of angling my platen, which I can't do, or make a jig to angled, so I can do that. With this, I've got a knob that I put on it, and with a threaded rod there, all I have to do is turn it and dial it just a little bit, and it will change the angle of the table. Tighten the angle down, boom, I've got the same angle on both sides. But it being a little out of square, the knife's the grind height is a little off. If I don't get it done exactly on my little piece of angle iron, my little jig, knife jig. So I'm going to and it's noticeable. It's not off probably 2 degrees, but it's noticeable when you look at it. You can see that the platinum's over just a little bit, and that kind of changes the price. Eggs in China, darn mosquito after me. I thought it was too cold for them, but no, evidently not. But so what I'm going to do right here with this is I'm going to file on my platen right there, and I'm going to change holes on my table. The hole that I had it in, that I put on there, I thought was a good spot. It turns out it's not so good, so I'm going to back it off a little bit and give me some more room, because sometimes when you're getting it up there just a little bit, you'd think you'd have more room, but no, it moves, and well, you ain't got enough room to stick your fingers in there to grab a hold of the knob. So I'm going to change that. Well, let me get set up here and I'll bring you right back. Okay, just sitting here. I've got a 1/8 inch bit in the drill right there. Hopefully it's sharp. Now, this is the hole that I want to put the, I don't know if you can see that or not. Hopefully you can. Let me zoom in just a little bit. If these lights is, anyway, there's a screw right there. There we go. I want to take this screw out and put my adjuster hole right there. I didn't bring it in with me. It's still out there. And I'm going to take this screw and move it down to here. All I need, because these screws only go through the 2 plates here that I got 2-piece angle iron, and I put together to make the base for my tabletop. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to see if I'm put it right there against the wall and try to put this right there so I can drill a hole and tap it. And get this right there. I'm going to start out with a 1/8. Oh, that one's dull. Oh, okay. You want to be dull, do you? Let's see what I got right here. And the line of drill bits in the tap. I got this number 21. That'll work. So, all right. Chop one up for the left-handed. Okay, I think this one's for the 1/4 inch tap. Come on. Now, excuse me just for a second. Let me get my countersink here just a little bit. That way, yeah, I can knock that burr off. There we go. Now, maybe if this don't, I'll have to go find a socket and a ratchet for it. So. About these, I don't know if you can see them or not, but anyway, there. Sorry, bumped the hole. Okay, I bought these taps right here off of eBay, and they're from Korea. Bought a bunch of them. I think I bought 10 of them for one price. They're $1.20, so I thought, well, I'll give them a try. Cheap enough. And they have been absolutely fantastic. I have used them for years. So, they are dandies. They cut good. I broke a few. I think I'm down to like these. That's one. I got one brand new one left, and I've got a couple that's still real good and sharp. This one is. Can't do that. That's hurting too much. Twist it. Okay. Keep my right arm down so my hand, so I won't. When I was when I first hurt my back and screwed it up real bad, so they sent me after physical therapy and everything else around here, and doctors and everything, so they decided that they'd just send me to Boston up there to their main headquarters with their workers' comp rehabilitation. You get doctors from Brigham and Women's Hospital up there to come look at you, check you out, everything. And you're right there at Harvard and MIT, so Northwestern, Boston College, up there. Doug Flutie played for the Boston College, a little bitty feller, but he played for him. That's where he started at. Played football. But anyway, long story short is there was a fella up here from Sweetwater, Tennessee, which is not too far away from here. I mean, it's probably an hour and a half drive. And then once, but anyway, he was working at a plant or manufacturing plant where they injected aluminum in motor armatures, and and it was injected molded, so it was liquid aluminum. I don't know what the temperature was, but anyway, something happened. He caught his, between each cycle you have to spray the molds down with a release agent. So, and I think aluminum is about 5 or 7% a loss. I mean, you'll lose whatever you inject aluminum into as it cools. It'll shrink by, I think, 5 or 7%. So I think that's, if I'm remembering right and remembering what he told me. So, but anyway, he caught his hand. He was in there spraying and applying the release agent, and it closed on his hand. And he had his hand in there like that, you know, just, and one armature, his thumb went in the armature hole in the die, and or the mold, and the rest of his hand was in there sideways like this, and it closed on him. And it's supposed to have safety. You're supposed to have 2 hands on the controls before it would close, no matter what. But anyway, it closed on him and just mashed his hand all to pieces. They was able to save his hand. The doctors were, and his knuckles, his fingers up to here. All of this they saved. And he was right-handed. So all he had was nubs and a thumb. And his thumb was little bitty. It's about the size of your little finger right there. And he was up there getting rehabilitated, getting all of his, learning how to use it and get this, once the swelling went down and everything else like that. And they would desensitize him because of all these nerves that was here at the end of your fingers was now down here. It was all down in this knuckle area right here. And all of that was all new skin and pulled skin and grafted skin and everything else. They couldn't save none of his fingers except for the thumb. It did save the thumb, but it only had about a third function. So he said that the hardest thing that he got to on desensitizing him, he said, believe it or not, said the feathers that they used actually made his hand hurt. He went to the feathers to little bitty pea gravels, little smooth tumbled pea gravel. And he said they've done several different things there, and sand, stuff like that. He said the stuff that hurt him the worst was the macaroni noodles that they had him go in. So they absolutely like killed him. But he had to learn to do everything left-handed. That's a long story short, or short story long. He had to learn how to do everything left-handed. He couldn't do nothing. I mean, with this, the fingers, end of his fingers right there, and his hand was all swole up and thick. And so he just had to learn to do a lot of stuff left-handed. And he said it was really hard to do that. And now I'm getting to experiment with that because I can't. I used to hammer a whole lot and do little carpentry work, and first one thing and another like that. And I got where I could drive nails left-handed, but that was years ago. Yeah, sometimes you get in a situation where being left-handed helps, but rarely on that. So, I know. It started through, so just take your time. I'll hold it right there. Back and forth, break your chip. All I'm doing is holding this corner down. It's basically the weight of my hand. Try not to put a whole lot of pressure on it. So I'm trying to let it heal so I don't have to have surgery. That's 6 months gone That's what he said. I don't know if I could handle not making a knife for 6 months or so. I just have to learn to do everything left-handed. Use the tongs of my teeth, I guess. But that's all right. That's what I got to do. That's what I got to do. You take it the way you get it. Okay. That's done. That's done. All right. There's that. All right. Widen it out just a little bit. The camera keeps moving around, or I bump it or something. Anyway. Now. Uh-oh. That ain't right. No. That ain't right at all. Okay. Don't think about it, but all the water just probably dripped in there, and the rust and everything else. So yeah, let that oil get in there. Yep, let's see if that'll do it. Come on, turn. I don't believe I used any Loctite on it. I don't know if it turned or not. Probably not. Okay. Ah, nope. Boy, that's in there. Boy, it's in there. Well, let me play with it a few minutes and see what I can do with it about getting it out. So I'll be back if I get it out. Okay. I've had to heat it and everything, and I I did. I used my right hand and tapped it enough where it broke loose. I think. I hope so. It turned some, so I hope it's enough. And I've got these speed outs. So one of them's broke, so I know they work. Evidently, I don't remember who broke it, me or my son, but anyway, it doesn't matter. This happens to be a size 3, whatever. So, and to use these, if you've never used them, you have to, the cutter on them, I don't know. The cutter on them's left-handed, so you gotta go backwards from the cut. And same way with the cone, it's supposed to grip onto the end of it there. It's got little grippers on it, so hopefully that's forward. It needs to go backwards. So maybe, nope, that just, ow, didn't get drilled in there enough. So okay, forward. Yep. Come on. Let's try it forward and see if it. Nope, it's strictly backwards. It's got to go. Yep, that one's goofed. Kind of burnt up. Let's try this and give it. Do a number 2. See if that'll drill any better. Okay. Like a one-legged man at a wheelbarrow race. Okay, that one's broke, but maybe it'll bite on enough. Nope. So that one. Try this. Number 3 again. Nope. Yeah, they're not biting in. I really don't want to use that one because I'm afraid I'll twist a winner and take a head off, and then I will be messed up. So let's see if I can do this again. Be real careful right-handed. See if it needs more heat. Yeah. heated. I think this is probably an 8-ounce hammer. It's not big. And I'm trying not to move my wrist. Just hold on to it. If I could wail on it, it might be something different. It has moved. I know that because I've seen it move tapping on it. But alright, let's get some more heat on it. I'm sorry. Trying to heat the metal up. I am out of PB blasters, so alright, let's see what that'll do for it. Now, right there, little sucker. Flip. Well, this is giving me all kinds of trouble here. Trouble like I wonder if I can get these channel locks on it. Everybody knows what a channel lock is, whether it's made by Channel Lock or not. Everybody knows that word is associated with wires like this. So, and these are channel locks, but they're, honest to God, they just don't have the quality that they did years ago. No, they do not. See if it's out enough that I can get a hold of it. Sometimes you can get twisted. You know, that helped. Oh, it turned or not, I don't know. That looked like it turned some. I'm gonna open that up one just to see if that'll help. About getting my, there we go. Yeah. Heat and a little bit of banging and everything. Well, I was going to put this one back in there, but how that goes. Now that one's pretty chowdered now. Yep, there it is. Chowdered. Alright, I don't have another one laying here. But I may have one right here in this little box right here. So, I have one and I can drive in there and cut it off with the I don't even feel good doing that. I'm telling you do more stuff when it's hurting before you think about it. And the pain has to tell you to stop. Just, yeah. Yep. There we go. Anything else, I'll use a cutoff wheel on right there. Alright. That. Yep. That is a 1/4 inch bit. Yep. It won't fit under my drill press. That's the reason I'm having to do it with this. That's the reason I brought it in here, so I thought I might be able to, but no. Okay. Okay. Got the bolt moved. Got the new hole drilled out to size. I'll need to do a little bit of filing on this right in here. So let's get this second cut file here. Just a little along the edge right there. Yep, that's not the safe edge. It's a struggle, but yeah, it works all right. Then I'll take the cutoff wheel and cut that flush right there, because the main part of it sits on this side. So now, yeah. That's the beauty of having a really good file. All you gotta do is push it across. It'll grab. And that's all I'm gonna do. Is just, there's one little area right here that was at the very edge of the frame that was sticking up just a little bit. So I seen it, so I might as well go ahead and fix it. Why I hadn't seen it before, I thought it was unimportant. Okay. Okay. That ought to be it. Real nice. Got that right there with the belt runs. Got a little rust on it. Build up. It's alright. Now, all that's supposed to sit good and true. You can see where this is lower on this right hand side than it is on the left. The left is what I was filing. Yeah, it was a little bit higher than that. I kind of leveled it out some, not a whole lot, but I mean not completely, but. Right there where I seen it, that it needed a little bit. Looks like it's pretty good. When I say a little bit, I mean just a little bit. I believe a sheet of paper would have been too much of a difference. So, a few little licks are done it pretty good. Now, this thing. How am I going to hold it? I'm sorry about all this moving around, but I need to do a little bit. Okay, I'm going to use the safe edge against this, so I'm not grinding away at that. So Okay. Maybe need a little bit more right in there. I'm holding the file at a bit of a skew, and right in this area right here was a little high compared to the rest of it, so it feels okay now. Okay, I'm going to end this one here. So the next time when I start up, we'll be out in the smithy out there, and I'll start putting all this stuff back together and getting it all trued up and make sure that it is right. But I wanted to do that in here and keep, doing a little bit of filming here when I can. And even though it is just little stuff, it's stuff that's got to be done. If I could do it one-handed, that's, I just have to get used to it. Because if push comes to shove, and like I said, and this has to be operated on, doctor done warned me, said it's 6 months before we turn you loose to do anything. Physical therapy, stuff like that. In there, I'm not a hand doctor, so I don't know what knowledge would be involved with doing all that. It sounded like it was a bunch, so about taking the tendons and drilling into the bones and setting everything, or the ligaments, and doing exactly like I did on my shoulder up here, only doing it super small scale in your hand. So I think, even though I'm still stupid, reach for everything right-handed. And I start doing something, it lets me know pretty quick that I shouldn't be doing that or need to be doing it left-handed. I can't sit in the house and watch television all day or even stay on YouTube. I love YouTube's my television, so I watch it of an evening and everything. So I'm pretty much on it when I'm here or our internet's working. I'm pretty much on YouTube. So anyway, with that, I'm gonna close this one down like always. Till next time, God bless. See you later.